Shema'yah Bey, author of the Ritual Books series. I'm Shema'yah Bey, the author of the Ritual Books series. This excerpt is from The Ritual, Soul Hunter's Prayer, Book 3. Those captured souls were like tiny birds caught in the hunter's net. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 20. Gate of God, CERN, Switzerland. When Agent Price told National Director Gregory, "This is our Tower of Babel moment," she knew what he meant. His statement alluded to several physicists, engineers, and governmental agencies that were close to breaching the Gate of God. That specific gate is located in CERN, Switzerland. A conspiratorial blog known as the Social Economic History allegedly wrote, "The Large Hadron Collider in CERN is an interdimensional doorway that leads into the realm of the gods." According to CERN's website, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, along with their physicists and engineers, have been probing the fundamental structures of the universe for several years. A statue of the Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction and the destroyer of worlds, stands prominently in CERN as its welcoming paragon. In August of 2016, as a prank, some CERN scientists conducted a mock human sacrifice in front of the statue of the Lord Shiva. When Paradise was 5 years old, Nina held an in-house Bible study and in French nonchalantly said, in the Akkadian language, Babel means gate of God. Several years ago, at a private meeting in Washington, D.C., the retired Pentagon chaplain told the newly appointed National Director, Gregory, something similar. He informed her that the word Bab in Akkadian means gate, and the word Elu means God. The ancient Hebrews said that the Akkadian gate of God represents the actual gods of confusion. Those same gods of confusion made an unwelcome visit to the people of Babylon. In the ancient Hebrew language, the word El means God, gods, and goddesses, and Babel means confusion in the Babylonian language. The chaplain vocalized his observation, telling National Director Gregory, "You're a quick study." He then continued, "Well, anyway, according to the biblical narrative, there was a period in time when all humans spoke the same language. But all that changed when Nimrod, the mighty hunter, convinced the people who were living in the land of Shinar to build a tower that reached into heaven." National Director Gregory added, "The land of Shinar is Watcher territory." Her comment threw the chaplain off. Slightly puzzled, he replied, "I don't know how you know that, but that's outside of my pay grade." Needless to say, their construction didn't go unnoticed. Jehovah Elohim, also known as the Lord God of Israel, came to the city and saw the tower that the sons of men had built. Flashback to New Orleans. Nina told Madame Montoyer, along with attentive Ida, fascinated Alonzo, and curious 5-year-old Paradise, her version of the Tower of Babel. In French, she thoughtfully said the Tower of Babel built by the sons of men represented a direct threat to Babel, which Mama calls the Gate of God. So, the gods and goddesses needed to stop mankind's threat. Nina responded, "Stay in your lane, Ida, because the spotlight is on me right now." "I guess she told me," Aunt Ida playfully nodded to young Paradise. Like I was saying, those ancient gods and goddesses needed to stop mankind from entering the heavenly realm. Jehovah, the Elohim, told the other gods, "Come, let us go down there, and we'll confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." If the gods didn't stop mankind's threat, nothing would have restrained mankind from doing whatever it imagined, said Mr. King James. "Genesis 11:6, très bon," applauded Alonzo. "Oh, Paradise, this is my moment to shine. Sorry, Mama, I just wanted to help." Back to the newly appointed National Director of Intelligence. Pentagon briefing in Washington, D.C. The presenter flashed his PowerPoint presentation onto the movie-sized screen. He aimed his laser pointer at the large viewing surface, cleared his throat, and engagingly said, "According to this article of the ancient history taken from Livius.org, the ancient structure known as the Anunnaki is ancient Babylonian Tower of Babel. You may or may not know that the word Anunnaki in ancient Sumerian means the house of the foundation of heaven on earth. Around 610 BCE, the Babylonian king Nabopolassar built the Anunnaki, which we Americans like to call the Great Ziggurat of Ur. Nabopolassar dedicated this great ziggurat, also known as the Anunnaki, to his Sumerian god Marduk. Now this is worth noting. Jehovah Elohim, the Lord God of ancient Israel, didn't like the Sumerian god Marduk. They were enemies, whispered the Pentagon's retired chaplain to the newly appointed national director. In the contemporary English version of the Bible, it states, "I will punish Marduk, the god of Babylon, and make him vomit up everything he gobbled down. The nations will no longer bring him gifts, and the Babylonian wall will crumble," read the presenter to the focus group of intelligence officers. "What is this, Bible study?" whispered the national director to the retired chaplain. "Obviously the powers that be wanted you to hear this, otherwise we wouldn't have invited you." "Your attempt at humor sucks," squinted newly appointed National Director Gregory. "Mind your manners, young lady," snarled the retired chaplain's curled upper lip. The presenter was a professor of ancient history. He explained, according to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8, when the Most High divided the nations, he gave them their inheritance. He gave each nation a god or goddess to rule over it. He gave the gods and goddesses their inheritance when he separated the sons of Adam. He, being the Most High God, set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. And for the Lord Jehovah's portion are his people. The Lord Jehovah's people are Jacob. The lot of Jehovah's inheritance is Jacob. Jacob is Israel. The term Most High in Hebrew is the God Elohim. The God Elohim gave the Lord Jehovah the people of Israel. The people of Israel are under the Lord Jehovah's jurisdiction. They are the lot of his inheritance. The national director was fearless when she alone spoke aloud, saying, "Speak English, Professor." "Ah, yes, thank you. I will clarify. In other words, National Director Gregory, the Lord Jehovah inherited the people of Israel to rule over. He wasn't permitted to rule over any other nation, racial group, religion, or civil society. Is that plain enough, Madam Director?" "Yes." "Please continue," she nodded. According to the ancient Armenian folklore, the giant Sumerian god Marduk had 4 eyes and 4 ears, a depiction representing the union between husband and wife. The unification of husband and wife created the human family, according to the ancient Armenians. Remember when the Council of Elders gave Paradise the reverse speech audio clip? Now, focus your attention on a section where Michelle A. Simmons, higher self, said Naran, and Anise annexed it. That it she's referring to is Atlantis, and Anise is the water god of ancient Armenian culture. The rumor in the tradecraft or spy community was the ancient Armenians called the god Marduk, Mardukian. Back to the newly appointed national director's Don't Call It Bible Study comment regarding the ancient gods and men history lesson. The featured professor of the ancient history looked directly at National Director Gregory, instructively said, "In the Armenian language, Mardukian means husband and wife. Let's break down the major components of that word, Mard, kin. Mard means husband, man, and human being. Kin means wife, female, and woman. Additionally, Marduk means little person, child, and baby. As you all know, Marduk is the son of Haya, who is also known as Ea. In his native language, Hay, Hay, literally means Armenian. According to the Armenians, Haya, or Ea, created the world by Marduk's plan. As the newly appointed National Director of Intelligence, Miss Gregory, you may appreciate this. Aya is the goddess of light. According to the ancient Sumerians, her husband is the god Samas. May I have the floor? Certainly, National Director. The Roma, also known as the Armenian Gypsies, have a popular symbol called the Armenian Evil Eye. Thank you, National Director Gregory. That extremely popular symbol is also known as Aya. And in some circles, Aya is also spelled Haya. Ladies and gentlemen, Aya is the Armenian mother goddess of the earth. She's the Armenian symbolic great-grandmother who was transformed into Haya. Piggybacking off of what newly appointed National Director Gregory has said, Haya, or Aya, has been fashioned into the decorative evil eye charm. As you may or may not know, jewelry featuring the evil eye is used to repel any curse which you might receive in the field. You'll receive those unwanted stares from malevolent people. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay close attention to this next slide. The feature Armenian evil eye is also used by some Muslims and Jews. In North Africa, Aya or Haya is depicted as Hamza. For political correctness, we all know North Africa is the Middle East. Like I was saying, Hamza is the hand of Fatima in Islam and the hand of Miriam in Hebrew. As you can see on this slide, the Hamza hand symbol has the evil eye on its palm. During the return of the Sumerian Gods Conference, National Director Gregory called her childhood friend, Glinda the Good Witch. The National Director permitted herself to enjoy a brief and gentle smile as she thought about her friend. Then she gave pause as part of a memorable conversation replayed in her head. What Glinda told her was unforgettable. Nessa, the Hamza charm, has been used by Jews and Muslims for centuries. They use those small pieces of jewelry for magical protection. They are seeking protection from envious and evil-eyed people. Speaking of those returning gods, Madame Montoya told her uncaring 15-year-old granddaughter a story about Miriam in French. She told Paradise Miriam had a famous brother named Moshe, but the English insisted on calling him Moses. According to the story, Moses led the people out of bondage. The Israelites fled Egypt and settled in the land of Canaan. Canaan is Palestine. They took over Palestine with Jehovah the Elohim's help. Jehovah the Elohim is the God of ancient Israel. Several Bible translations say that Moshe met the god Haya on the mountain of the gods. Why are we going over this again, Mama? Impatiently whined an obvious annoyed Paradise. It's important, Isabella, so please continue. In Exodus 3:1, the Bible talks about two mountains, the mountain of the gods and Hard Mountain. And Hard Mountain is Mount Sinai. Moshe met Jehovah's ambassadors on Mount Sinai. And according to the Bible translation, Moshe, aka Moses, reportedly met the god Haya. Très bon, mon petit. Dismissing her grandmother's affectionate reference, Paradise was decidedly spiteful and curt when she said, "I'm not a little one, Mama." According to Exodus 3:14, it states, "And God said unto Moses, I am that I am." And it said, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you." That word God in Exodus 3:14 is Elohim, and I am is Haya, according to Strong's Bible Concordance. Though her heart took the hit, Madame Montoya didn't have the luxury of allowing her granddaughter's funky disposition sway her from the larger issue. She pressed on. "What's the reference number?" "Oh, come on, Mama." "Oh, come on, nothing. The reference number is H1961. "What about Marduk?" "Marduk's mother was the goddess Damkina. Her husband was the god Ea. Ea is known as Enki. Mama said Ea had a brother named Enlil. And some of those death-wishing scholars allege Enlil is Jehovah." "What about Ea?" "I already said it, Mama. In ancient Sumer, Ea was the god Enki." "Keep going." Still sulking, Paradise went on, giving as little response as possible. The Armenian called Ea Haya, and the Akkadian called Ea. "Now are you satisfied, Mama?" she said in a short, pissy, disrespectful tone young people often use as part of their rebellious defiance. "What about the Numa Elish?" "Oh, come on, Mama." To read more Soul Hunter's Prayer by Shema'yah Bey, it's available at www.theritualbook.club.